All right, time for this week's Sin City Chronicles, a weekly look back at Vegas history and happenings. And let's start with the arrival of the King. Elvis Presley first performed in Las Vegas at the New Frontier on April 23rd, 1956. The 21-year-old was paid $15,000 for a 2-week stint. Now, the show was considered a flop because the regular crowd of middle-aged adults had no idea who he was. It would be 13 years later when Elvis eventually returned to Las Vegas. The Desert Inn opened on April 24th, 1950. It was a 2-day opening event, and it was headlined by Abbott and Costello. Now, when builder Wilbur Clark, this is so cool, opened the doors, he tossed away the keys to the main entrance and proclaimed there would never be a need to lock them again. The doors, they never closed until the property closed 50 years later. The Riviera Hotel opened on April 20th, 1955. At 9 stories, it was the first high-rise on the Strip. I love these photos. Liberace cut the opening ribbon and became the first resident performer. Now, the hotel, it actually had a connection to the Rat Pack. Dean Martin was a minority owner.
The Masters of the Universe, our tour, the He-Man.
He-Man was one of the biggest cartoons of the 1980s. And in April 1987, the Masters of the Universe touring show came to the Thomas & Mack for 5 nights, and all 5 nights were sold out. The crowd was treated to appearances by He-Man, She-Ra, and of course, Skeletor. Last week, we talked about U2's first Vegas concert. Well, 10 years later, April 25th, 1997, the band kicked off their POPMART tour at Sam Boyd Stadium. 37,000 fans were on hand, including celebrities Christian Slater, Winona Ryder, Robert De Niro, and REM. The show was featured on an ABC special, and if you wanted to meet the band when they were in town, they were staying at the Luxor. They actually had the top 4 floors all to themselves. And that's your Sin City Chronicles for the 3rd week of April. Las Vegas Now. We'll be right back.